under, in just under 4 minutes. Hope everyone has had a wonderful weekend and a very awesome Monday as we get ready to go into Hag Pesach. Let's see here. Hopefully technology is cooperating tonight. Nope. My name is Rabbi Deborah McKenzie, and we will begin our Maariv service in just under 3 minutes. And I hope, hola Claudia, how are you? I was wondering if Facebook was working, so thank you. I'm glad you're able to be on. Are you ready for Pesach? We will begin our Maariv service in just under a minute. And Claudia, it looks like it's just me and you at the moment. Or you and me, I should say. Hopefully others will join us. But we still have another minute, so all is well. Shalom, Ellen, how are you? And Shalom, Ellen, how are you? Hello, Rabbi Ellen, how are you? Hello, Cherie, how are you? Can everybody, let me know if you can hear me. Ellen Friedman is saying that she can't hear me, and I want to make sure it's nothing with my system. Thank you, Claudia. Rabbi Ellen, I understand that, although I think I've reached a point of calm about it all. Or reaching, I should say. Well, Shalom, the Erev Tov, everyone. Hello. Not sure who Cool in the Rain is, but Shalom. Okay, Ellen, I'm not sure what's going on with YouTube. Somehow, these audios, I know it's coming through on the audios coming through on through Facebook. So Shalom Ve'erev Tov, everyone. My name is Rabbi Deborah McKenzie. I am located in Clarksburg, Maryland, which is a suburb of Washington, D.C., and it is my honor and pleasure to be with you. Shalom Tziona. We will be using the Rabbi Deborah Siddur and the online Siddurim. We'll also be using the chat and on the website, as well as our social streams. Hopefully YouTube audio is working, but also Facebook. So with that, I hope everyone has had a wonderful weekend. Hope you're having an awesome Monday, and hope you're exactly where you want to be in terms of preparation for Pesach. That being said, let us join together. Hello, Susie. How are you? Let us join together and greet each other with the Hine Matov. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Behold how good and pleasant it is for brothers and sisters to dwell together. Shalom, Johnny, how are you? And thank you, Ellen. And shalom, Joseph, how are you? How are you all? And Ellen, I'm glad it's working now. Thank you, Susie. Let the good in me connect with the good in others until all the world is transformed through the compelling power of love. Shalom, Larry. How are you? Let us join together with our call to worship, the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Praise be the Lord unto whom all praises are due. Praise be the Lord unto whom all praises are due, now and forever. Let us embrace the evening as the day turns into dusk with the Maariv Aravim. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, who rules the universe. By your word is the evening dusk, and by your wisdom is the dawn. The day is designed wondrously, and the seasons are set in order, and by your will are the stars arranged in the sky. Adonai Tzavaot is your name. You create day and night, ruling light away from darkness and darkness away from light. Eternal God, your sovereignty shall embrace us forever. Praised are you, Adonai, for each evening's dusk. Baruch atah Adonai, ha-Maariv Aravim. Amen. Erev Tov, Ellen, how are you? Let us go to the Ahavat Olam in English, everlasting love. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel, and to everyone from around the world. Let us affirm our faith with the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Eternal One is our God. The Eternal God is one. Let us go to the V'ahavta in English. And you shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day, and impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to do all these commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Shalom, Beth. How are you? Let us go to the Mi Chamocha. Mi Chamocha Ba'elim Adonai, Mi Kamocha Nedar Ba'kodesh, Norati Lot Osef Eleh. Who is like you, O God, among the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? Let us go to the Hashkivenu, our request for protection. Make us, Adonai, to lie down in peace, and awaken us to gain our sovereign in life. Spread over us your shelter of peace. Guide us with your good counsel. Save us because of your mercy. Shield us from enemies and pestilence, from starvation, sword, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us, and shelter us in the shadow of your wings, O God, who watches over us and delivers us, our gracious and merciful ruler. Guard our coming and our going. Grant us life and peace, now and always. Praised are you, Adonai, eternal guardian of your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Shomer Amo Yisrael la'ad. Amen. Let us go to the Chatzi Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, B'yalma divrach rutein, B'yamlich malchutein, B'chayechon uvyomechon uvchayedecho beYisrael, bagala, ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שברבה מבורך, לעולם עולם העמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויפואר וירומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי לקודשה בריחו לאלה מן כה ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה ואמרו amen. At this time, let us have a moment of silent devotion, silent meditation, or silent reflection. And Shalom, Marvin, how are you? Shalom, Sharon, how are you? At this time, let us go to Tefillat HaAmidah, and let us lift our spirits and raise our hearts, and stand humbly in prayer. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor, ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, ve'Koneh HaKol, V'zocher chasdei avot v'imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו ביאהבה. מלך עוזר מושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם, ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה, רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מחכה על חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמר אתה לחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. Shalom everyone, Shalom the Erev Tov. We have reached the Hoda'ah portion of our service. And this is at least the last Monday, Maariv, before Pesach, and we know that, as we get ready for Passover, it can be a very, very stressful time. Just the preparation and the cleaning and everything that goes into it. But one of the cool things that I get inspired by with the Passover season approaching is this concept of spring cleaning, since we are, and in fact, in the spring season. And its representation not only as, the calendar Jewish New Year, but also this idea of renewal and this idea of being able to start again. And, for everything that goes into observing Pesach, it is truly a beautiful holiday, symbolically, but also in observance. And, at this time, let's just take a moment to set aside all of the logistics that are concerning us about, whether or not we've got everything together, whether or not we, how it's going to be done, whether or not we're going to be able to get with family or not. Let's just set that aside for a moment. Take this moment for yourself and start anew. Reset yourself. And as you do, I want you to breathe and smile and be present in your journey. I want you to acknowledge, recall, and remember Pesach in the past, where you have enjoyed yourself and you know that all of the preparation you're putting into it is going to be worth it in the end. I want you to feel that joy. Feel the joy of your achievements. Feel the joy in the lessons learned. Feel springtime shining on you. Feel it all. Feel it. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, then feel the fall coming your way. But feel it. Experience it. Let it in. Let it take all of that worry away for a while. Take all of that concern away for a while. Acknowledge the loved ones, the kindnesses and good fortunes of the season that you've shared and received. Moments when you've had a joyful heart or a sincere sense of gratitude or a sense of peace, or any of the many and varied blessings. And Larry, that is an interesting question. I'll tell you what I tell my nephews. The answer is yes. Although, certainly they don't do it to the extent that we do. So they usually try to spend time with us to avoid that. But that said, at the end of the day, we know that observing this holiday gives us a new release. The whole idea of the holiday is freedom, so let us take a moment to free our minds and be thankful for those points of light in our journey, for all of the things. For at the end of the day, the stress brings us a gift. It brings us a gift, and the season is a gift. So I'm going to read the Hoda'ah aloud while you do so. And if you are so inclined, please type in at least one item for which you are absolutely and ready to give thanks. Shalom, Amy. We proclaim that you are Adonai, our God, and the God of our ancestors throughout all time. You are the rock of our lives, the shield of our salvation in every generation. We thank you and praise you for our lives that are in your hand, for our souls that are in your charge, for your miracles that are with us daily, for your wonders and gifts that accompany us at all times, evening, morning, and noon. You are good and your mercy is everlasting. You are compassionate and your kindness never ending. We have always placed our hope in you. Rabbi Ellen is thankful for gorgeous sunny days. Ellen. A bright and sunny day in New York, just uplifting. And she has her a box with all Passover items in it. Thank you, Sharon. She's ready for her contribution for Seder. Siona is truly grateful for skilled vet care as Sunny, or Shemesh Bat Siona, received in the hospital. Grateful that she's improving. Beth, absolutely grateful for her services and support, certainly. Sharon is grateful for home and family. Siona is thankful that her husband is getting his first vaccine on Wednesday. Ellen is thankful for this day. Marvin is thankful that the Instacart shopper found matzah. Amy is grateful for this beautiful spring day. Ellen Friedman is grateful for the beautiful Jewish holidays. Johnny is thankful for a great day with his daughter. I am grateful that it is almost Passover. Granted, I'll say that the year is going by quickly, but it is good to have that change of season, and the freshness of the cleanliness is for me uplifting. Larry is so glad he got his COVID vaccine, and Amy is thankful that she got her first vaccine. All right. Mine's coming soon. Hopefully within the next 2 weeks. But thank you all so much. Tiona is grateful for upcoming Zoom Seders. I am as well. I am grateful for all of you, and I'm grateful to have this opportunity to be with you. I am grateful for the upcoming Seders, and just grateful. Spring's a wonderful time because there's so much promise and opportunity. So for all these goodness and blessings, we shall ever praise and exalt you. May every living creature thank you and praise you faithfully, God of our deliverance and our help. Praised are you, Adonai, who is the essence of goodness, to whom it is worthy to give praise. Amen. The Amen. And thank you all so very, very much. Being able to give thanks is so uplifting, and when we do it in community, it is uplifting to all who are present, that I really hope can feel it. So thank you so much, especially because we do live in a time, in a moment where so many are in need of healing, are in need of recovery, restoration, are in need of hope, comfort, strengthening, and inspiration, who are in need of comfort, acceptance, solace, and peace. Those here, some of us here tonight, as well as those who share our space, as well as those who we hold a special place in our hearts and our minds. So at this time, please type in the names of those for whom you want the prayer for healing said. And as I read each name aloud, let us please focus our collective healing energy and intention towards their healing, their recovery, their restoration, their hope, strengthening, and encouragement and inspiration, their comfort, their acceptance, their solace, and their peace. Heal us, Adonai, and we shall be healed. Help us, and we shall be saved, for you are our glory. Grant complete and perfect healing for all of our afflictions. May you who blessed our ancestors, may it be your will to send complete healing and restoration of body, mind, and soul too. Shemesh bat Siona, Chava bat Elsa, Chelsea bat Karen, Francis Johnson, Monica and Norman Brown, Ellen, Joy, Doreen, Janice. Cynthia Baker, William Pye. Rabbi Nancy and family, Lori bat Selma, Eric ben Maggie, Jenny bat Nina, Ruth bat Sarah, Gail. Bethstad Miles, Menashe ben Menachem, all with COVID victims of violence, and those in the Colorado shooting in Boulder, Colorado. Pam Hazel, Rabbi Galit and her husband Bob, Brenda, Morgan, Ruth Newman, Janice, Tiger Woods, Don, Rabbi Karen, Rabbi Nancy, all who are suffering physically and emotionally. The Whitehead and Tunic families and fans of Scott Whitehead. Batya Malkabas Perochaya, family and friends of Keith Jennings, Sherry Lamb, Edward and Barbara Weintraub, Boyd's, especially Mrs. Boyd, the McCaslin, Doyle, and Haley families, McCullough and Mitchell families, Rabbi Nancy, Michael ben Sephora, the families of the shooting in Atlanta and Colorado, Sherry Tunic, Lauren Burks, Anthony Ward, Stephanie, Lucy, Valerie, Aaron, Maddie, Trey, Mayo, Bonnie, Izumi, Malcolm, Rose, Albert, Jane Miller, officers injured on January 6th, family and friends of those in the Atlanta shooting, Jared. Terry, Bernard, Mary, and Joseph Aronofsky. Wendy Vogel, Patty Vogel, the Vogel family, Shandell Bat Sharon, Hannah Bat Shandell, Meir Ben Sorka, Leah, Adnom Gebru, Miriam, the Kivett and Blaine families, Susan, Chris, Angie, Ken, the Langholt family, the Arbo family, those who've passed from COVID, the Shoah, hatred, prejudice, wars, and armed violence. I'm not sure what that word is, Larry. The Mackenzie, Williams, and Grant families, Bobby Joe Adams, Roland and Judy Hanson, those injured in tragedies of 2020 and 2021, those with COVID-related illnesses, our wounded warriors, as well as family and friends of those soldiers who've made the ultimate sacrifice. Our brothers and sisters in worship affected and impacted by causes hatred, anti-Semitism, racism, misinformation, misunderstanding, and psychological and physiological inconsistencies that lead to violence and fatalities amongst assemblies. Williola, Fred, Sarah, Zachariah, Zephaniah, Zion, Israela, Rob, Richard, the Pet and DeCrescenta families, Melanie, Matt and Eli, Aaron and Lucy, Aura, Marcia, those affected by racial violence and causeless hatred. Rachel, Bill, Gilaloma bat Rachel, Avat bat Miriam, Rav Jenny and her family, Rav Tony, Terry family, the Cohen family, the Argaby and Jakiri families, and Steve Davis. Along with all others who suffer. May those who tend to those who are ill Adonai be strengthened and encouraged so that we and they may serve by intending and attending to their restoration, serving as an instrument of your healing and reflecting your blessing and goodness in their time of need. This includes our first responders, our front lines people, our essential workers. For you are the faithful and merciful God of healing. May this come to pass speedily in our day. Praised are you, Adonai, who is the healer of Israel, all people everywhere in all your creation. And let us say, Amen, the Amen. And for all those whose names we have said aloud, as well as those whose names we still hold in our hearts and in our minds, for them do we intend and pray for complete and speedy refuah shalema. Amen, the Amen. This time, let us go to the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל עמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. And it is said, and the Lord shall be sovereign over all the earth, and in that day shall the Lord be one, and Adonai's name one. Shalom, Janice. How are you? At this time, let us turn our hearts and our minds and remember those who have transitioned to the world beyond to their eternal rest. And even though these precious and dearest of souls are no longer with us, physically, we know that their journeys, their lives, their legacies are ever, ever imprinted in our hearts and in our minds. Even with the passage of time, we still hold them ever, ever, ever precious. If you are in mourning or are observing a yard site, please join me now in saying the Mourner's Kaddish. And if you are so inclined, please type in the names of those whose memories you cherish and wish to honor this evening. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach rute v'yamlich machute, b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'gala u'vizman, kari v'imru, Amen. Yehe shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lamei almaya, יתברך וישתבח ויפאר וירומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל Shemed Kudsha Barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush bechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma. V'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael. V'imru. Amen. Osei shalom b'mrumav. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael. V'yal kol yoshvei tevel. V'imru. Amen. Tonight we remember all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them. We remember Selma Bat Ida, Sally Kelly, Ted Wilcox, Richard Orr, Scott Whitehead, Ursula, Mary, Sarah, Earl, Kathy, Maureen, Glenn Thorne, Rabbi Mindy Sansunkin, Helene, Henry, Mildred Friedman, Rose and Art, Bernard Tandler, Shiloh Ben Siona, Catherine Bat-Luli, Officer Brian Sicknick, Officer Jeffrey Smith, Officer Howard Liebengood, Isaiah Dovier, Mir Ben Glicka, Zizi the Giraffe, Beverly Fletcher, Beverly Edenson, Beth Wayne, Kat Bragg, Camille, Fred, Connie, Peter, Charles Taylor Jr., Rabbi Nancy's husband, Scott Whitehead, Brian Sicknick, Howard Liebengood, those lost in Atlanta and in Colorado. There are others wish to honor this evening. Please feel free to type in their names. In the meantime, I'm going to add Daniel Ben Leah, Renee Sudberg, Tom Sutphin, Eric Garber, Patrice Arbeau, Goldie Cooper, Zorha, Angeline McKenzie Adams, Ken's grandmother, Stephen Kivett, Randy Layton, Leela Mae McCullough, Palmer Orlandi Sr., Father Jack McCaslin, Sylvia Dickerson DePetta, Russ, Wallace, TJ, Darlene Funier, Keith Jennings, Christopher Adams, Herbert James, Sherry Lamb, those who've perished as a result of COVID-19 related illnesses, soldiers and war fighters who have made the ultimate sacrifice, and those who've perished in tragedies of 2020 and 2021. All souls are with you, O Sovereign. So teach us to number our days that we may apply our hearts into wisdom. And teach us to live wisely and unselfishly, courageously and fruitfully, in truth and in understanding, in love and in peace, so that our remembrance of them will be more than just mere moments of remorse and regret, but rather serve as a catalyst for noble and inspired living. We include Harry Thurman and victims of violence and COVID. May the names of those whose memories we cherish be for a blessing. And may we bring honor to them in our living. And may we become worthy, so that those who come after us may likewise remember us for good. as we this day affectionately remember those who are unto us a blessing. And let us say, Amen. Well, Chaverim u'Mishpacha, we have come to the end of our Maariv service this evening, and as always, it is my honor. It is my honor and pleasure. Of course, Sim Shalom has Maariv services every weeknight with JSLI rabbis, and of course, Kabbalat Shabbat with Rabbi Steve Blaine. We also, for any of you who are aspiring to become a rabbi or a cantor, and I know there are some of you out there, there is the J-Leap program. It's in a Jewish enrichment program, and, it's a great place to start. Help build your confidence if you're thinking about or are interested in going to rabbinical school or going to cantorial school. And I will say, it's never too late. I'm just going to put that out there. You take that and absorb that as you need to. So I'll provide those words for you. Shalom, Roland. How are you? In the meantime, we have our parsha for the week if you're studying. And certainly it's funny because normally when the holiday falls on Shabbat, we don't read the parsha for that week. We read the parsha associated with the holiday. However, Pesach starts after Shabbat, so we do have a parsha this week. It's Parshat Tzav. And, we get into a lot about the offerings. So we started Sefer Vayikra, talking about the offerings, and we have more of the offerings in Tzav. A lot dealing with the Kohanim. And we get more detail about the offerings as it relates to their installation. So we kind of read about their installation and consecration, their smichot, and towards the end of Sefer Shemot. But now we get more detail about each one and the dressing and the preparation for them and everything that's everything that they need to have, need to know, need to understand, need to wear. We get that in this parsha. So if you are studying this parsha, I bid you great study. We do have Pesach this week, this coming up. And there's certainly the mad dash or mad rush, if you will, because we do have, Shabbat to get in before we get into it. So it's kind of like there's a little bit where everything has to be done just a little bit sooner than we would normally do. Normally have it ready, but that's okay. It will all get done. Just believe that and say it to yourself. It will all get done. You know that. So don't stress yourself out over it. Just don't spend your energy on the stress. Spend your energy on the doing and take it one step at a time. So, but with that, I want you all to have a wonderful, wonderful Pesach. Chag Pesach Sameach, Zizim Pesach. I want you to have a great time honoring the festival. With that, let me please allow me to bless you with the threefold blessing before we go into our Monday evening. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yechunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. I want to thank you all again so very much. Erev tov u'lala tov u'shavua tov. I want you to be safe. I want you to be well. I want you to be blessed. If you can get your vaccines, if you haven't, please do so. Just be safe. Enjoy Pesach. Now, you may see me again later this week, but if not, The next time that we're scheduled to see, we'll be counting the Omer. So just think about that. We'll be counting the Omer on our way to the next holiday, Shavuot. So with that, thank you all so much. Please be safe. Please be well. Please be blessed. Most of all, be a blessing. Shine your light. Shine your light this Pesach. Shine your light. May it be a blessing to you and all with whom you celebrate and come in contact with. Thank you all so much. God bless you all. Love you. Take care. Look forward to seeing you soon. Chag Pesach Sameach, and take care. Bye-bye.